Can't they,
Man.
just leave us alone even for a couple of minutes?
God.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome. It's 2:01 UTC, and it's time once again for Astronomy Daily Live. Man, there's just some massive alerts, and there was some phaser fire a couple of minutes ago. I don't know what's going on over there.
I think we'll be fine now.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Glad somebody will be. So hey, I hope everybody's doing well out there. Everything's good here. It's warm. It's just warm, but it's the summertime, so that's normal. It's sort of here in the desert southwest of the United States. It is usually really, really warm during the day and really, really cold at night. I think it got down to about 60 degrees last night. So which I totally understand. It's not cold.
Oh my gosh!
He's laughing.
Right.
Oh my gosh!
But when it breaks 100 during the day, it's cold. It's cold at night. It really is. There's a little bit of a chill. So yeah. All right.
Well, differential at dry
rain, some of that code, and
crazy.
And because the panelists just had to break in, Bobby Burgess, Morgan City, Louisiana, alongside with the lovely, sexy, talented Miss Altalinda.
What's going on? What's going on, Bobby?
Nothing much. But may I tell you a story the last time we had a late night lunch?
Sure. Now, what are you referring to?
I'm talking about the last time that SpaceX had a late night lunch. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because they just postponed it, right, to something like 2:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So I went to bed at my desired time. I had an alarm clock programmed on my phone to watch the launch.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to tune to the launch, and my eyes started getting heavy, trying to fight the heaviness, and by the time when it was left off, I was like, oh crap. And that left off at that point in time, that woke me up because now when I was watching the launch, I was watching it with EJSA on Twitch.
Cool. Very cool.
So that for sure really woke me up.
Good. Well, you've got to get the adrenaline going a little bit sooner than that, though. But yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that you saw it. This is going to be the same kind of thing. I should probably stay up and watch it. I don't know. We'll see. Seen one Falcon heavy, you've seen them all, so
Hey, they keep me entertained.
Yeah. So hey, wanted to say hi to everybody in the chat. Uncle Bill, Carolina Sky, Tom, Chuck. Nice to see you, Chuck.
Yep, and there's Andy. Yep.
Oh, it is always great to have everybody here from around the world, mostly the United States. But that's not what this is all about at all. This is a worldwide thing. I guess the only thing that the only requirements. I guess there's two requirements for this live stream. That's pretty important.
I think what's also great about SpaceX live streams is there's always an instant on demand for sure.
Yeah. But I think you have to really, really like astronomy, and you have to speak English. That's That is my only spoken language, and like you can tell, I'm not too good at that either. So all right.
And
So yeah, well, good. Glad everybody's here. Yeah, Soyuz is on its way down, so hopefully that is going well. I'm not quite sure when they're going to be landing. They undocked. Woo!
that.
Wow, man, I am just feeling the rush of speed tonight. So
That's right. We're going to get out there, see what's going on.
we're already out there. We don't need to go anywhere else. So cheers. I've got a little bit of coffee left here.
And I just got some wine, and I got my
Right.
water.
Looks like a little bit of wine there. Is that what that is? Good.
Yeah, I
I've
drank a lot of wine. And
got the H2O here, the dihydrogen monoxide tonight. Special brew. For no particular reason.
well, I probably should be drinking that instead of wine, but it's too late. It doesn't matter what I do.
Well, technically speaking, there, most of that is H2O anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's close.
I don't know. I had an uncle that lived to be 115, plus or minus a certain amount. We don't know exactly when he was born. I mean, I know the year I was born, but not the exact date. And people were always asking him what his secret was. Well, I don't think he had a secret. He rode a canoe 20 miles every day, paddled the thing till the day he died. I mean, he got a lot of exercise. But he had this philosophy. He said, it's not so much what you do, barring excessive abuse, of course. Excessive abuse will kill anybody. If you're going to, except maybe Winston Churchill, but it'll kill just about anybody else. He said, barring excessive abuse, it's not so much what you do, it's whether or not you worry about it. And insurance companies who set up policies for people based on their extrapolated lifespan would tend to agree with them.
All right.
If you don't worry, you'll live as long as your carbon cycle life form was designed.
Okay, so we'd like to welcome Tom and Kira H in the chat.
Kira, hey. Hello.
And so the Soyuz should land about 10:50 Eastern time, which is 9:50 here. And for Cosmic, 7:50.
Yeah, so that's in about 40 minutes or so. So yeah, they're well, the next 40 minutes for those three are going to be a crazy ride. So
I think it's gonna be burn for about a few minutes.
couple of minutes, but that's the only way that they know how to slow down right now is you got to get rid of that kinetic energy somehow, and that's at least the way it's going now. But yeah, I don't think I've never heard of any kind of mishap with the landing of the Soyuz. I'm trying to remember if there was any. I'm sure that there have been some funky moments, but I can't recall any like majorly bad events or anything like that.
I think if you go to I think if you can recall from Apollo, is if you go too shallow, you just crash and die. If you go too steep, you just miss the Earth for sure. Right?
Well, yeah, the other way around, and that's more to do with coming in a little bit faster. When you're already in orbit, not going quite as fast as when you're coming from like the moon or from anywhere else. So it's a little bit different of a trajectory, but same thing applies. You got to slow down Otherwise, you're not going to stop. So yeah. Hey, what do you all think is a good place to look and see what kind of payload is on this Falcon Heavy? I know.
I know Pagemaster released suppressor.
Yeah, I wonder if we can just look at the press kit. That's for me. That's usually not quite enough. Because it sort of skims things. But well, why don't we go there? I think that's a very, very good suggestion.
Yeah, but the people they hand that kit to usually have IQs of 35. So what do you expect?
And they get a job at NASA and I don't. You know what? Not fair.
Doesn't make any sense.
Not fair at all. All right, I am pulling up the press kit that Pagemaster posted over on the Discord server, on the ADL Discord server, which there's a link to down there in the description. Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I think what made Jim say is true. If you never heard of Ozzy Osbourne or you don't like old songs, you got yourself a problem, baby. You got yourself a problem for sure.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Ozzy
Osbourne, sure.
Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not quite sure how much of a musician Ozzy was.
He was like more in a rock style.
But I think he at least helped co-write most of their stuff. I think.
Yeah.
So he was probably lyrics and all that. I've never actually looked into it. Here it is. So this is the STP-2 mission, as they call it.
It's a payload down there.
Yeah, space.
Get to the payload. You want to find out what's in there.
Yeah, Space Test Program 2. Space Test. Okay. So 20 commanded deployment actions to place 24 spacecraft in 3 different orbits. So yeah, this is a very, very complicated deployment mission. And it's kind of what I heard too is that it's sort of a it's for SpaceX to sort of show the Air Force that they can deploy things in different places. So yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff on here. So let's see if there's a okay. Well, here's just the regular timeline, all the countdown and everything else, and we're hours and hours and hours away from that still. I think the initial launch was set for like 3:30 UTC, so that's been pushed back quite a ways. Anyway, so here's what's happening here. So they launch, right? Side boosters, separates, center core separates 3.5 missions after 3.5 minutes after launch. Fairing goes, side boosters land at 8:41 back at the Cape. The core lands in the ocean on a platform at 11:21. It says here. So then, let's see. At 1:12:39. So
this is where it confuses me. At 12:55,
Mm-hmm.
The deployments began, and at 3:34:09, the final spacecraft deployment. Just what they're trying, what is it? What they're trying to do about this?
Well, they are launching 20 different satellites in different places, basically. So see,
Yeah,
uh, they fire. Well, it looks like they do some deployments
and the
here.
launch is going to be about like at 2:30. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can stay up. I I don't think I can stay up that long enough
No,
to watch the whole kickaboodle. I'm
no.
sorry, but if I was you, sleep it, and watch the on demand when you get up in the morning. Okay,
Yeah.
deal.
Well, I think I'm going to say that if somebody wants to watch the whole thing, they can. I have no problem with that. And I don't think I'm going to either. That's a long way to wait, and well,
Yeah,
I sort of trust these folks to do what they're going to do, and when it comes down to it, I don't have any control over it anyway, so I'm just a viewer too. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like I said, it's better if you get up in the morning and watch the whole thing on demand, right?
well, better for some, better for others. Do what you
One
want.
says one says all.
Yeah. Let's see what the everyday astronaut has to say about this
Yeah, why not?
mission here. Pre-launch previews. He probably has a little bit of info. He still hasn't fixed his fonts on this. I don't know if this is me or if that's him. I'm not exactly sure. I think that might be me. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. So there's all 27 engines firing at the same time from a Falcon Heavy. Of course, not this one yet. The actually the two side boosters were used. I think I don't know if it was used in the last one or the one
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, and I think what's also crazy the last time they did a Falcon Heavy, they were able to get the side boosters, but the problem is they were able to land the center, but during the endeavor, I think probably got capsized and they lost the center core.
Yeah, they had some rough seas, and while they were bringing it in, it fell over. Yeah, but they actually, I think, have fixed that now. The little robots that go out and grab the thing after it lands, that actually works now. So hopefully, third time's a charm for the core. The first core, um, uh, I think, ran out of fuel. I forget exactly what the circumstances there were, but it crashed. The second one, as Bobby said, landed okay, great landing, but it fell over on the way in.
Yeah, like I said, capsized.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully this one, but those
Yeah.
cores,
You know what
those
would have been better if they were gonna like land on that drone ship, okay? And instead they would strap that booster down. If there's a way they can do that, I'll take it.
well, that's what these little robots do. I mean, it's not really a strapping down, but they grab it and they somehow sort of attach themselves to the deck. And so I I can be I mean, my sense is that they're probably pretty confident in terms of being able to do that. So not really a lot of mass. 8,000 pounds. That's really not a heck of a lot. But you know, I mean, it would. That's. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not huge or anything. Covering the boosters, core.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I think my mom, if she was still around, would love the name of that drone ship.
Well, you know, if you're going to name things, you might as well do a good job with that. So there's another drone ship too, but I forget what it's called. There's a second one. Dang, I don't remember what it's called though. But look how far out in the ocean it is though. 771 miles out. That is really far out there.
I would be like, I would love they're actually going to recover the fairing for the first time.
Yeah, I think they're going to try. I think they're going to try, you know, to grab, you know, the fairings. You know, that comes in two pieces. So you know, there's actually two of those falling. But you know, the fairing is just this top part here, you know, that covers all the satellites. All the satellites are up here. Everything else is rocket. And even you know, the second stage is just this little part right here. But you know, here's the core, and here are the two sides. So yeah, here's a nice little graphic showing that. Pretty good. Even shows sort of dirty used side rockets here, because that's exactly
I
what
would
they
love it
are.
if the Air Force is getting involved with this mission.
Why?
Oh. Yeah, because I got a good friend of mine is actually stationed in Alaska, who is like from here and stuff.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you know, the Air Force has been involved in space since the beginning. So they've had a very gotta say, an extremely active space presence. Extremely active. So yeah, I mean, it's not as if, you know, this is the first time, but yeah, you know, it's always nice to have a good reason to go.
Okay, so grab me a rod and reel. I'm gonna try to catch those fairings at the sea and stuff.
Yeah,
Like Uncle Bill Duran would say.
See what happens. You know, those fairings. At least Elon Musk said, you know, those fairings are like $6 million. So you know, it would be nice. Yeah. The name of the other platform is called Just Read the Instructions. So I think that's great. Yeah. I think you know, I don't know if
those are some cool names for those two drone ships. Just read the instructions up. Access the menu.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of cleverness there, and I think it's great. It's just you know, when you have to say it many times, it probably gets pretty tiring after a while. But okay, Mr. Stevens is over on the West Coast, so they're not going to, I guess, try to catch them. They're just going to fish them out. So that's sort of the next best thing. I guess the ocean water really does some nasty things to this stuff. Anyway, yeah. So four burns once it's up there. So that you know, is basically 4 different orbits. So pretty amazing. So yeah, the Light Sail 2 is going to be up here. It's going to be deployed. Georgia Tech's Prox 1. That is actually carrying the light sail too. There's this one, MPSat 1. There's actually links to every single one of these things. Dare we dive in a little bit and see what's going on here? So I know that this is just a little tiny little thing. Demonstrate automated safe trajectory control during proximity operations. So yeah, as usual, there's a whole bunch of people behind this, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of just crazy work. Let's see if there's anything else about
Gotta
this.
love it to do it.
Yeah, you definitely do. Well, cool. So yeah, this looks like a little nanosat that has a bunch of little things on it there. It's going to be moving around and who knows what else. Pretty cool. Let's see. We can look specifically at the light sail too. If you're not familiar with that, that's what it's going to look like when it's fully deployed. I would think that it might be a little tighter than that, but I don't know. And the idea here, of course, is that they want to try to use the solar wind, just light itself, to move around. So yeah, wow. And they've actually changed their time already. That's pretty good. That's staying on top of it. Bill Nye will not be on board, but he'll be watching. Yeah, lots of stuff here. Oh, okay, cool. Here it is. So there it is. It's what, about 4.5 inches across, about 19 inches long, including the little antenna there. Weighs about 11 pounds. So it's got torque rods and a momentum wheel for moving around. I don't know if I know what torque rods are. Find out a little bit about that. Okay, so now
Okay.
this is with the panels tucked in.
Can you share me that site, please? Because I had to do something for my people.
This particular one? Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And were there any other pages that might be worth sharing as well?
Oh, I
Or
don't
that was
know.
just that was it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just, I mean, this is what we do here. We just follow our noses a little bit. So we're just going along here. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So these solar panels, they sort of, I don't know if they fold up like that, maybe. So they've got a camera on it. That's pretty cool. They have a DVD that has all the members of the Planetary Society on there. Some pictures, I guess. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, they've got the panels. It looks like, I don't know what that is. It might be a radiator of some sort. So here's with the solar sail completely deployed, and you can see the little spacecraft here, right? That's what this is. And then here's the whole thing deployed. So it's about 20 feet on a side. pretty good. So they're saying it's the size of a boxing ring. Okay. Well, I don't really even know how big that is, so I'm just gonna go by these numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, boxing ring, wrestling ring, same thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know about either of those things. Mylar is the material. That makes sense. So 4.5 microns thick is this stuff. So seriously thin. I mean, it's got to be pretty lightweight.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope that goes well. This is I sort of see this. I don't know who was talking about this. I heard about this, but I'm not really convinced that this is the way, sort of the primary way that we should be moving around. But I think in case of any kind of trouble, or if you're not able to get exactly where you want to go using sort of the conventional methods, if there's some kind of error in your rocket or anything, you can have this as sort of a backup and be able to move yourself into the right place. It's going to take some time, but no, I think it's great. I think it's really cool, and their first experiment I think went really well. They felt some thrust, and I think they moved around a little bit. I don't remember exactly, but it'll be cool because they're going to have some pictures, and hopefully everything goes well. So cool. Let's see what else we've got here. So that was Light Sail 2. There's this NPSat 1. Let's see what NPSat 1 is. Postgraduate school, mission information. It's a small satellite project manifested for launch on board a Falcon Heavy, blah, blah, blah. So they're investigating space weather and other technologies, I guess. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, here's a little list. I'm not going to dive into this too much. If anybody wants to look at it, they can. So that's, I guess, what it looks like. It's got solar panels all around it. Looks like some instrumentation here. Sweet. Can't really tell from this how big it is or anything else, but pretty cool. We'll do a read more. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, so it's 190 pounds, they say here. Let's see, is there anything? So there's a Langmuir probe. That's a way of like measuring magnetic field strengths and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. Naval Research Laboratory, NRL. Yeah.
Also, are you getting into a crisis mode yet?
No.
No crisis mode yet?
No.
I know her wine is running low, that's for sure.
Let's see. So, Surrey Satellite Technology, Orbital Testbed 1. Let's see what that's all about. Oh, I should have opened up in a new window here. That's all right. Well, it's having a little bit of trouble finding this website.
Oh, crap.
I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to try to load it into a new window here. This one sounds a little bit interesting. Deep Space Atomic Clock. I don't know what that's all about. So this page is not coming up here.
That'd be great to have an atomic clock up in space.
Oh, there already are. All the GPS satellites, they have atomic clocks on them. Let's take a look here. Let's see what this is all about.
You know, it's
If we can
crazy
find out.
how GPS technology really helped a heck of a lot, especially when we use our phones and stuff.
Yeah.
I found apps that there are odometer apps that actually uses GPS to track your speed.
Yeah, and I mean, that's fairly accurate. I think GPS can get you down to at least a couple of meters, I think now. So being able to do things like measuring speeds and all that, sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woo! So an ultra precise mercury ion atomic clock, orders of magnitude more stable. Huh. Okay, so I guess they're just going to be flying this around. I'm sure they've got a pretty big mission. Looks like they want to look at the stability of it in space.
Makes you want to think if Atta is hoarding Klingons at her house.
Oh, hey,
Not a chance.
I, it's sort of a don't ask, don't tell
That's right.
policy. So, yeah, this is kind of an interesting one. I heard about this one too. The green propellant. What they're using now in space, to move around is really some nasty stuff. And so I guess this is a little experiment to see if they can use this new kind of fuel, which I guess is a little nicer. Not as harmful as this hydrazine stuff. Optimize performance. Okay, yeah. So it looks like they've got a little spacecraft here that they're just going to be probably just moving around and seeing how well it works and all of that. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice. 6 satellites here that are going to be doing that. Might as well look at it all. Let's zoom in a little bit here so all can see it. So this is between Taiwan and the United States.
Oh crap!
So that's always incredibly awesome to see collaborations. I like to see that. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be. What are they going to be deploying? Are they deploying these guys? It looks like there are 6 of them there. Wow! Holy moly! I feel as though I'm in the 24th century here. So I'm not quite sure what we're looking at here. Each satellite is equipped with a radio occultation receiver. Radio occultation data is then transmitted down to the ground to retrieve and process into useful atmospheric and ionospheric weather data. Just not quite sure what all these dots are.
No, neither am I.
Yeah, don't know.
See, eventually that's what all the satellites around our planet are going to look like.
Well, that's kind of I think what it is looking like now.
Yeah.
Let's see. So here's here's the other one that they're going to be deploying. So again, I'm not quite sure what all this is. It looks like it's just packed full of stuff. That's great.
Now they're going to be just like deploying those toys. What's the potentiality that we won't be able to see the whole kit caboodle?
You mean in terms of the deployment?
Yes, the series of deployments and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to show them. I'm sure of it. So yeah.
Okay, and that means you better watch that when you wake up in the morning.
Well, as I said, you can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it in 10 years if you want to.
I can just
I don't do mornings.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Nice. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a good launch. I think everything's go. I'm not exactly sure why it was postponed. Because I thought that they only had like a 4-hour launch window, and this would make it much later than that. So don't really know exactly what's going on there, but well, got to assume that sort of know what they're doing. So all right, excellent. Well, so at least right now, yeah. See, he hasn't changed his
okay,
info yet.
Russian landing on NASA TV right now.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm watching it too.
Good. Keep me updated. Because, yeah, that should be coming down. I mean, they should be in the atmosphere, chutes deployed, everything else
Yeah.
by now. So
Yeah, chutes already deployed. They're just yet to land.
nice. Oh, that's got to be just incredibly nerve-wracking because there's just...
Now, somebody's going to have to monitor the check so I don't have to chat on my computer or on the phone.
Okay.
Neither do I now.
I will step up. Let's see. Yeah, in fact, I've got to catch up on the chat a little bit here. Okay, gotcha. You guys are just watching that. And Andy says that GPS is a spy. I don't know. That's an interesting theory. I wouldn't be incredibly surprised, but yeah, don't know about that. Much, at least. All right, well, cool. Looks like it's going to be a good launch. We should, there's another launch pretty soon. I don't know if we know. Okay, so that's happening in a couple days, I guess. So that's Rocket Lab again. I don't think I'm going to dive into this too much, but let's at least just sort of see what they're launching. So they're going to low Earth orbit. Trying to see what they're launching. Okay, so they're throwing a lot of stuff up into orbit. 7 payloads total. So pretty cool.
Swing on, Zata.
Pretty cool. Man, that is just crazy. All right, well, let's finish this off by maybe doing a quick run through of archive here and see if there's anything.
Or you go bear witness of the landing. Your choice, not mine.
Well, you folks can definitely keep an eye on that. Let the rest of us know how that goes. Because, yeah, they should be landing here in a few minutes, I would think. So.
Yeah, it should be at least at any time.
Yeah. I'm sure you will let me know.
5 minutes to touchdown, according to Tom Van Scotter.
5 minutes. Yay. It's got to be a relief, to sort of slowly be falling back to Earth. That's got to be a nice feeling. But they're feeling their weight for the first time in several months too. So
that probably is not a nice feeling.
That's probably not a nice feeling. So probably nice to be home, but it's like, man, it's just too heavy here.
Yeah.
So I thought this was kind of neat that they're finding for the first time a calcium bearing molecule. So that's kind of neat. Could you turn that down a little bit, whoever?
That spoils the fun, Cosmic.
Well, not when it's screaming in my ear. It's no fun for me. So yeah, kind of neat finding molecular calcium in space. Pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Let's see what else they got here. Explore. Here's some more molecules. I'm not quite sure what the generalized Stormer problem is. A new generalized Stormer problem is proposed. I was looking at this one earlier. There was a theory that this planetary nebula that sort of in the proximity of this open cluster was actually a member of the cluster, and these folks are claiming that it is not.
Okay, like I said, I'm not looking at the chat, so keep on checking the chat.
I will keep on checking the chat. Yeah, Kara H, here we enjoy any kind of consumable that we choose.
Looks like it landed. It landed.
Yay!
What a kid.
I'll bet you that they're pretty happy, pretty excited. It's pretty dark over there, right? They land somewhere in Russia, right, on the ground, right?
I think Russia is more like in the daylight side by now.
I guess they are. Let's see. They're probably, well, they're not quite 12 hours ahead of us. They're more like what? Well, 12 hours ahead of me, I should say. But I think they're several hours ahead of UT. So yeah, it's probably early morning there. Yeah. I guess. I think you're probably right, Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Sweet. A quark nova. Wow. Quark nova. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I must have accidentally hit a.
What time is it in Moscow?
Well, it's 2:49 UTC. So my guess is that it's maybe like 3 or 4 hours ahead.
Bird alert.
Hey there, Ron. How are you?
Okay, it definitely. What time is it in Moscow?
Hey, I had my. Oh my gosh, you got a mug.
I do. And if something should, I mean, it's not like I would want it to, that if something should happen to you, I will be the owner of a valuable collector's item.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what time it is in Russia. So they're pretty much like waking up by now, I think.
Yeah, it's
the sun maybe up by now.
Early morning,
for your support.
And I would definitely say that yeah, it's probably, the sun is most likely up, so that's kind of nice.
There it goes.
Wow. Into infinity we go. Anyway, so yay.
How did you get a white mug though, Ada?
How did I get it? I bought it off a Teespring.
But it was supposed to be a black mug though.
well, see that
Yeah.
that makes it even more of a
Yeah.
collector's item.
That's right, it is. Yeah, good.
Right. This is really
Yeah.
valuable.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna check and see if there's any.
You see what it says, though, right? You see what it says on there, Ada? You see the writing on the wording there?
Do I see it? Because
Because we
can.
can.
I have no idea what that means, but
Yeah,
I
Johnny. That's Johnny Unitas came up with that one.
I
Because we can. And then, of course, all right on the.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, so and sadly no updates as of yet.
Very cool. Thank you.
So yeah, they're trying to migrate to a new server, but once again, Mixer's either like not doing its job or something that's really not right, and they're not giving us the
They're
truth.
smoking too much crack, is what they're doing. No offense towards any real crack smokers, but you know.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, that can be a little distracting, I guess. So, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, this I thought was a little bit interesting. They're using some images from tests to see if they can see anything in relation to these fast radio bursts. And
that white mug will make it easier for me to autograph it later.
Yeah, when you become
there
famous.
you go.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm already famous, though.
All right.
I'm already there.
More famous. More
That's
famous.
right. There you go.
Yeah.
But you gotta get me to sign it.
Species.
Gotta get me to sign it before I die. That way it will be worth it.
Fly out to wherever the heck it is about the Probably have to take a light plane to get there.
There you go.
That's after I land at an airport.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything too exciting or interesting here.
You don't want in my backyard if you have a helicopter.
Wow.
You might have to dodge the power lines, but I mean, you can do it.
Yep.
Gaia.
Pretty soon, when I cut down all my trees, it'll make it a lot easier.
You're gonna cut your trees down?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I don't want.
I love trees. You murder.
But I don't want them to wind up in my house. So some of them are like huge.
Oh.
I got one that is right next to me. If it falls, I would not have a house left.
Yeah.
You're a murderer.
Yeah.
Well, but you know, trees in the house, that's problematic.
But then the other thing is, then it will open up my sky so that I can see all of the sky.
There you go.
Yeah. I got a tree like at the line of where my house is at, and next door going this way is at. And it's not like crazy is that if like should the branch fall down, we used to have acorns for it, but let's say like a big branch comes down, that's the house right here.
Well, I've had branches hit my house.
Ooh.
Okay. I had the one that flew off during a windstorm, and I thought it was thunder. I didn't realize it even hit the house until I seen it sitting there against the house, and I look at it.
New type supernova here.
And then there was a
I saw that
giant branch sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow! And that was a small branch, and it was giant to me.
Yeah. Small branch is okay, but we got like a big, fat, giant branch.
Might cut one down. Might cut a branch off the one tree that I need to get removed. The one tree or the one branch that he cut. If that would have landed.
Okay, so if it's an oak tree, you know it's a federal offense to cut down oak tree, right?
It is?
Yeah.
I have walnut trees, but yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's on my property. I can cut whatever I want.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So they're talking about a new Type 1A supernova, and I'm not quite sure what that means.
But
a type 1As are typically when you have a white dwarf and some other kind of star, and mass from that other kind of star falls onto the white dwarf until it gets way massive and then explodes.
Huh.
And that's a Type 1A. But I guess for some reason they're saying that this is a new Type 1A. But oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into this too much, because this is going to get into nuclear physics and all of that. That's tricky stuff. But
yeah, of course, I think you got ought to turn into a pumpkin real soon.
Yeah. So I guess probably at least
she's good looking pumpkin, though.
Yeah, that's true. Is they're just seeing different kinds of materials being made in different quantities. So yeah, I'm not going to dive into this at all. This is,
thank you.
Too much.
Yeah.
Much. All right.
Well, we got at least the Soyuz landed and stuff. That's pretty darn nice.
Sure.
Yeah, it's always a relief.
Yeah.
Always
a
spectroscopic study.
You can still tag on an iOS device. I did it multiple times on my Android phone.
Non-thermal emission from M87. Inflowing gas in M81. Lots of new articles today. Oh, okay, so we're sort of at the end. 61 of them today, so that's...
Okay, so we probably won't have a good live one with Tony Darnell, but Dallas Valdez is going to be staying on the site to cover that late night launch.
Cool.
Yeah, but I think everybody would be pretty much be sleeping for sure.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where on the planet you are, too.
Well, that's right. Das Valdez has good programming. I mean,
yeah,
what Uncle Bill said was right. His access for hardcore rocket people, his access is the best.
I'm going to have to watch him. I don't think I've ever watched him live stream a rocket launch, so I should do that.
I saw the simulcast one time when Dallas Valdez was streaming. I think EJSA was also streaming his feed as well.
Well, the other thing too is if you don't mind catching it, after the fact. I mean, of course, if you must watch it live, then you should watch it live. But in the sense that with today's world, you can watch it later, and
that's it.
It will still be amazing. It'll still be amazing. Won't be live, but it'll be amazing.
Still be very amazing. Yeah. And we were actually looking at the schedule just a little while ago, and learned that the deployment of all of these satellites is going to take like 4 hours. So do you really want to stay up and watch all of those things?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, What's kind of interesting about that, though, is that the whole point to this launch is to get those satellites out, and that is the one thing that we just are like, oh, I don't care about that. I'm going to go to bed. I don't, it's like it's just a deployment, right? It's like the most important thing, and it's the thing that nobody ever.
Yeah, and if we go to sleep and then it lands in our front yard or something, what then?
We might care then. So
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I think I am going to get out of here for now. It looks like it's 3:01 UTC. So yeah, I think
Well, thank you.
I think it's time to get on.
And remember, you tell a friend.
Tell a friend. You.
Tell a friend.
All right, everybody. Well,
Thank you, Anna, again.
I've got to go. Sorry.
There's some serious problems with that ship. So, all right, everybody. I am going to get out of here too. So, peace, cheers, and all that. Live long and prosper. I will see you again.
Right.
See you next
one
time.
Little spin, just one though, like that. All right, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
All right.
See you later. Okay, bye.